Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitanscha Namo Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Deving Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Kana, you can go.
Vaishampayana said, Thereupon the mighty armed one left his advisers behind and went on inside the hermitage alone. But he did not find the rishi of rigid vows. On seeing that the rishi was not there and the hermitage was deserted, he called out in a loud voice and echoed in the wood, Who is there? Who is here? Excuse me. On hearing his words, a maiden emerged from the hermitage. She was dressed in the attire of an ascetic and was as beautiful as Shri. As soon as the black-eyed maiden saw King Dushanta, she welcomed him and paid him homage. She offered him a seat, gave him water to wash his feet, and the gift due to a guest. O king! She then asked that lord of men about his welfare. Having honored him in the appropriate way and asked about his welfare, the maiden then smilingly asked the king what she could do. Having been thus honored in the appropriate way, the king spoke to the maiden, who was unblemished in form and sweet in speech. I have come to pay my respects to the illustrious Rishi Kanva. O beautiful and fortunate one, where has the revered one gone? Shakuntala replied, My revered father has gone out of the hermitage to collect fruit. Please wait for a while. You will see him when he returns. Vaishampayana said, The king did not see the rishi there, but having been thus addressed by the maiden, he saw that she was dazzling, with a charming smile, beautiful hips. She was dazzling in her beauty, austerities, and humility, and endowed with beauty and youth. The ruler of the earth told her, O one with the beautiful hips, who are you? Who do you belong to? Why have you come to this forest? Beautiful one, you are blessed with beauty and qualities. From where have you come? O beautiful one, you have robbed me of my heart from the first glance. O beautiful one, I wish to learn all about you. Please tell me. Having been thus addressed by the king in the hermitage, the maiden smiled and told him in sweet words, O Dushanta, I am regarded as the daughter of the illustrious, righteous, great-souled ascetic Kanva, wise in the path of Dharma. Dushanta said, That illustrious and extremely fortunate one is worshipped by all the worlds and is known to have never spilled his seed. The god of Dharma may stray from the right path, but not this ascetic of rigid vows. O beautiful and charming one, how can you be his daughter? Dispel this great doubt from my mind. Shakuntala said, O king, then listen to how I have learnt what occurred in earlier times and how I came to be the sage's daughter. Once upon a time, a rishi came here and asked questions about my birth. O king, hear what the illustrious one told him about me. Kanva said, In ancient times, Vishvamitra alarmed and oppressed Shakra, that's Indra, the king of the gods, with his great austerities. He feared that with the blazing energy of his austerities, he would dislodge him from his seat. Purandara therefore told Menaka, O Menaka, you are the best of the celestial apsaras in your qualities. O amiable one, Please listen to what I have to say and do that which will bring about my welfare. The great ascetic Vishvamitra possesses the sun's radiance. He has been engaged in such austerities that my mind is trembling. So this is Indra addressing. Yeah, you're all on mute, so okay. Oh, Menaka, you with the slender waist. Vishan. Oh, is that a typo? Vishvamitra is your burden now. Or
That's
yes.
a mistake, isn't it? It's Vishvamrita.
Yeah. Okay. His soul is fixed on meditation, and he is engaged in the performance of awesome austerities. He is unassailable, and may dislodge me from my seat. Go to him and seduce him. Bring obstructions to his austerities. Do that which is good for me. O one with the beautiful hips, turn him away from his austerities with your beauty, youth, sweetness, efforts, smiles, and words. Menaka said, O illustrious one, that illustrious one, that illustrious one has great energy and the power of great austerities. You yourself know that he is prone to anger. The energy, asceticism, and wrath of that great souled one have made even you afraid of him. Why should I not be scared? He made even the illustrious Vashishta suffer grief through the premature death of his sons. He was born a Kshatriya, but became a Brahmana through his powers. For the sake of performing ablutions, he created a river with such a lot of water that it is difficult to cross. That sacred river is still known in the world by the name of Kaushiki. In ancient times, the great souled one's wife was maintained there by the righteous Rajarshi Matanga, who had become a hunter. Oh Lord. After
Oh,
the famine was over, the powerful sage returned to his hermitage and gave the river the name of Para. O king of the gods, extremely pleased with Matanga, he himself was the officiating priest at his sacrifice, and out of fear, you yourself went there to drink the Soma. In his anger, he who was descended from the stars created a wealth of other stars, beginning with Shravana and beyond the existing stars. I am afraid to go to a person whose deeds are like this. O Lord, tell me how I can escape being burnt from his anger. He can burn down the worlds with his energy. He can make the earth quake with a kick. He can uproot the great Meru and whirl it around. How can a woman like me touch someone with such austerities, such energy that is like a blazing fire, and who is in complete control of his senses? His mouth is radiant as the blazing fire. The pupils of his eyes are like the sun and the moon. His tongue is like Yama. Oh, best of the gods, how can someone like me touch him? Yama, Soma, the Maharshis, the Sadyas, the Vishvadevas, and the Valakilyas are all alarmed of him. Why should someone like me not be afraid? O Lord of the gods! Nevertheless, commanded by you, I must go to that sage. O King of the gods, find a means so that I can accomplish your wishes under your protection. O God, when I sport before him, let Marut strip me of my garments. On your instructions, let Manmata be there to help me in my work. Let the breeze carry soft fragrances from the wood when I tempt the Rishi. Having said this, and once her wishes had been catered to, she went to Koshika's hermitage. I'll keep going. 66.
yeah.
Shakuntala said, having been thus addressed, Shakra commanded the wind. Yes, Indra. Indra has so many different names. Commanded the wind, who was always mobile, to be present with Manaka. The beautiful hipped Manaka then timidly entered the hermitage and saw Vishvamitra, who had burnt all his sins through austerities, but was still engaged in austerities. Having paid her homage to the Rishi, she began to play around before him. At that instant, the wind robbed her of her garments, which were as white as the moon. Bashful at Marut's conduct, the beautiful one dropped to the ground in an attempt to catch the garment. The supreme among sages saw Menaka grasp at her garment. He saw her nude, and that she was beautiful, with no marks of age on her body. On seeing her beauty and qualities, the bull among Brahmanas was struck with desire and wished to unite with her. He invited her, and the unblemished one accepted his invitation. The two of them then passed a long time in the wood, making love as they wished. It seemed to be but a single day. Through the sage, Shakuntala was born to Menaka. Menaka went to the banks of the Malini, which passed through a lovely plain in the Himalayas. Having given birth, Menaka left the child on the banks of the Malini and left, her objective accomplished. She quickly returned to Shakra's assembly. The daughter lay in a deserted forest frequented by carnivorous lions and tigers. On seeing this, vultures surrounded her from all sides so as to protect her. The birds protected Menaka's child. Having gone there to perform ablutions, this is Kanva speaking, I saw her in the deep and lonely wood, surrounded by birds. I took her home and brought her up as my own daughter. According to the sacred texts, there are three kinds of fathers. In proper order, they are the one who gives a body, the one who protects, and the one who provides food. Because she was found in the solitude of the forest, surrounded by birds, I have given her the name of Shakuntala. O amiable one, know that it is thus that Shakuntala became my daughter. The unblemished Shakuntala also thinks of me as her father. When asked, this is how the Maharshi described the account of my birth, O ruler of men. I do not know my own, but this is how I think of Kanva as my father. O king, I have told you exactly as I heard it. I'll keep going. I'll give you one more chapter. Dushanta said, we're back to Dushanta. O princess, O fortunate one, you have spoken well. O one with the beautiful hips, be my wife. Tell me what I can do for you. O beautiful one, today I will present you with golden necklaces, garments, golden earrings, sparkling gems and jewels from many countries, golden coins and skins. Let my entire kingdom be yours today. O beautiful one, be my wife. O lovely one, O timid one, O one with the beautiful thighs. Marry me according to Gandharva rites, because it is said that a Gandharva marriage is the best. Shakuntala replied, O king, my father has left the hermitage to collect fruits for food.
No,
Sorry, should I read? Yeah.
Gandharva rights. Yeah, what's that?
All right, Gandharva rites
Yeah.
is one of the 8 forms of marriage. In this form, there are no ceremonies and no relatives are present. Aha. The bride and the groom willingly marry each other in what is a marriage of love. Yeah,
Thanks.
that's
Very modern.
Shakuntala replied to this proposition, O king, my father has left the hermitage to collect fruits for food. Please wait a while. He will return and give me to you. Dushanta said, O one with the beautiful hips, I wish that you accept me yourself. Know that I am standing here because of you. Know that my heart is completely in you. One is one's own best friend. One can certainly resort to one's own self. Therefore, in accordance with what is Dharma, you can give your own self to others. 8 kinds of marriage are known to have the sanction of Dharma: Brahma, Daiva, Arsha, Prajapatya, Asura, Gandharva, Rakshasa, and Paishacha. Manu, descended from the one who is self-created, has respectfully described which of these is in accordance with Dharma. O unblemished one, know that according to Dharma, the first 4 are sanctioned for Brahmanas, and the first 6 for Kshatriyas. For kings, even the Rakshasa form is permissible. The Asura form is sanctioned for Vaishyas and Shudras. Of the 5, 3 are in accordance with Dharma, and 2 are not sanctioned. The Paishacha and Asura forms should never be used. These are the principles laid down by Dharma, and one should follow them. The Gandharva and Rakshasa forms are sanctioned for Kshatriyas, therefore you need not be scared. There is no doubt that either one, or a mix of the two, is appropriate for us. O beautiful one, I am full of desire for you, and so are you. You should become my wife according to the Gandharva form of marriage. Shakuntala said, O best of the Puru race, O Lord, if this is the path indicated by Dharma, and I am really my own mistress, know my terms before I give myself. Give me your word to this secret agreement between us, O king, O Dushanta. Give me your truthful promise that the son who is born to me will succeed you. If that is accepted, you may unite with me. Vaishampayana said, without any hesitation, the king said, O one with a sweet smile, it shall be that way. I will even take you to my capital. O one with the beautiful hips, it is what you deserve, and I promise you truthfully. Saying this, the Rajarshi accepted the hand of she whose gait was without blemish according to the proper rites, and she accepted him. He returned to his capital after reiterating his promise and repeatedly assuring her, I will send a 4-fold army to escort you, O one with a sweet smile. I will take you to my palace with that. O Janamejaya, having thus promised her, the king went away. As he went away, the king began to worry about Kashyapa's son, who is Kanva. What will the illustrious one with all his ascetic powers do when he hears? Thinking in this way, he entered his capital. A little after the king had left, Kanva returned to his hermitage, but Shakuntala was too ashamed to go and meet her father. However, the great ascetic Kanva had divine sight and knew everything. Having seen everything with his divine sight, the illustrious one was pleased and said, O fortunate one, what you have done secretly today, this act of union with a man without my sanction, is not against the Dharma. A secret Gandhara marriage between a desiring man and a desiring woman without mantras is said to be the best for Kshatriyas. O Shakuntala, Dushanta, the one you have accepted as a husband, is the best among men, great-souled and devoted to Dharma. You will give birth to a son who will be known in this world as great-souled and immensely mighty. He will extend his sway over this entire earth that is bounded by the oceans. When that great-souled king of kings marches out against his enemies, he will always be irresistible. Shakuntala then came to the tired sage and washed his feet. She took down his heavy load and properly laid out the fruits. She said, I have chosen King Dushanta, best among men, as my husband. Please give me and his advisers your blessings. Kanva replied, O beautiful one, I am prepared to bless him for your sake. O fortunate one, ask for a boon that you wish. Wishing to bring welfare to Dushanta, Shakuntala then asked for the boon that kings of the Puru lineage should always be virtuous and would never be dislodged from their kingdoms. I can keep going, or if someone else wants to start, they can.
So where are you again? Sorry, I was just, which page?
Just at chapter 68 now, page 195.
Do you want to read, Madan? Are you in the mood?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, you take.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Ready?
You ready?
Vaishampayana said, when Dushyanta left, after making his promise to Shakuntala, the one with the beautiful thighs gave birth to a son who had immense energy. She bore him for 3 years. He had the splendor of blazing fire. O Janamejaya, Dushanta's son had great beauty, generosity, and all the qualities. Kanva, supreme among holy ones, performed all the stipulated rites, including those of birth, and the wise one began to grow. The boy had sharp and white teeth, and the young one was strong enough to kill lions. He was handsome and immensely strong, with a broad head. On his palm he had the sign of the chakra. He quickly grew up, like a son of the gods. When he was only 6 years old, he was so strong that he tied up lions, tigers, boars, buffaloes, and elephants to trees near Kanva's hermitage. He rode them, tamed them, played with them, and chased them. Imagine, it's like
What?
it's amazing.
6-year-old kid.
Like what's it, Mowgli?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but more.
Yeah, the inhabitants of Kanva's hermitage gave him a name. Since he has subjugated everything, let him be called Sarva Damana, which means Sarva is everything and Damana means to subjugate. Thus the boy came to be known as Sarva Damana. He had great strength, valor, and energy. On seeing the boy's superhuman exploits, the sage told Shakuntala that the time had come for him to be instated as the heir apparent. On seeing his great strength, Kanva told his disciples, "Quickly take Shakuntala and her son away from this hermitage to her husband. She is blessed with all the auspicious marks. It is not fit that a woman should live forever with their relatives. Such acts destroy fame, character, and virtue. Take her away without delay." The great, the energetic disciples all agreed and left for Gajasarya, which is another name for Hastinapur.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
Gaja Shara.
yeah,
Okay.
Gaja,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
With Sakuntala and her son, taking her lotus-eyed son, who was like a divine child, the one with the beautiful brows left the forest where she had first got to know Dushyanta. She went to the king with her son, with the brilliance of the morning sun, and entered. Having paid homage, Shakuntala said, "O king, this is your son. Let him be instated as the heir apparent. O king, this godlike son was begotten by you on me, O best of men. Now fulfill the promise you made to me, O immensely fortunate one. Remember the promise you made to me in Kanva's hermitage when we united long ago." Having heard her words, the king remembered everything, but he said, "O evil ascetic, I remember nothing. Who do you belong to? I do not remember having had any relation with you for dharma, artha, or kama. Go or stay as you wish. Do what you want." Being thus addressed, the ascetic with the beautiful hips was ashamed. In her grief, she lost her senses and stood immobile like a pillar. Soon her eyes turned as red as copper in anger. Her lips began to quiver. Through the sides of her eyes she cast glances at the king that seemed to burn him. Though driven by wrath, she calmed her demeanor and the energy accumulated through her austerities. In grief and anger, she stood for a moment, collecting her thoughts. Then she looked straight at her husband and said, "O great king, knowing everything very well, how can you unconcernedly say that you know nothing, lying like a common person? Your
Mm.
heart knows the truth or falsity of my words. You yourself are the witness. Do what is good and do not degrade yourself. He who knows one thing in his mind but represents it in another way is a thief and robs his own self. What sin is he not capable of committing? You think that you are alone with your own self, but don't you know the ancient and omniscient one who dwells in your heart? He knows all your acts and all your evil deeds. It is in his presence that you lie. When sinning, a man thinks that no one sees him, but he is seen by the gods and by the beings who dwell in every heart.
Mhm.
By the being who dwells in every heart. The sun, the moon, wind, fire, sky, earth, water, his heart, Yama, day, night, the two twilights, and Dharma know men's every act.
Mhm.
If the God in the heart, who is a witness to all acts, is pleased, Vaivashvata Yama ignores the evil man has done. But when the great being is not pleased, Yama punishes the sinner for his evil deeds. He who degrades his own self and represents falsity cannot find refuge with the gods. He is not blessed by his own soul. I am a faithful wife to my husband. Do not disrespect me. I have come on my own, because I have come on my own. I am your wife and deserve to be treated with honor. In this assembly, why do you treat me as if I am a commoner? I am certainly not crying in the wilderness. Why do you not hear me? O Dushanta, if you do not do what I am asking you to do, your head will today be splintered into 100 pieces.
Wow.
The wise ones of the ancient times knew that the husband himself entered the womb of his wife and emerged as a son.
Mm.
That is the reason a wife is known as Jaya.
Mm.
Footnote from the word being born. And now I lost where I was. A
A son.
a son born to a learned man saves with his lineage the deceased ancestors, since the son saves his ancestors from the hell known as Put. The self-created one has said that the son is known as Putra.
Ah,
Hmm.
never knew that.
She is a true wife who looks after the house. She is a true wife who bears children. She is a true wife whose life is devoted to her husband. She is a true wife who is faithful to her husband. A wife is half the man. A wife is the best of friends. A wife is the source of three objectives. A wife is a friend at the very end. Those who have wives can perform rites. Those who have wives can be householders. Those who have wives are happy. Those who have wives. Those who have wives have good fortune. Sweet spoken wives are friends in solitude, fathers in religious acts, and mothers in suffering. Even in the wilderness, a wife refreshes the wandering husband. A man who has a wife is trusted. Therefore, a wife is the best means of salvation. When a husband goes to the land of the dead and is transiting, it is the faithful wife alone who accompanies him there, for he is always her husband in all adversities. If the wife goes before, she stays and waits for the spirit of her husband. If the husband dies before, the devoted wife soon follows. O king, it is for these reasons that man seeks marriage. The husband obtains a wife in this life and the next. The wise have said that a man is himself born as his son. Therefore, a man should regard the mother of his son as his own mother. Looking at the face of a son born from the wife, a man sees his own face as in a mirror, and is as delighted as a virtuous man on attaining heaven. Burnt through mental grief, or afflicted with disease, men rejoice in their wives, like perspiring ones do in water. Even in anger, a man should not utter unpleasant words to his beloved wife, because love, joy, virtue, and everything are in her. The wife is the sacred ground in which the husband is born again. Even sages are unable to have offspring without wives. A son embraces his father, his limbs covered with dirt. Is there greater happiness to a father than that? Why do you frown and reject your son, who has come to you on his own and is glancing fondly at you? From ants carry their eggs and do not break them. Sorry. You are learned in the ways of Dharma. Will you not support your own son? The touch of fragrances, women, and water is not as pleasing as the embrace of one's own infant son. The Brahmin is the best among bipeds. The cow is the best among quadrupeds. The preceptor is the best among all superiors. The sun is the best among all objects one touches. Let this handsome sun touch you in embrace. There is no feeling more pleasant in the world than the touch of the sun. O chastiser of enemies, O Lord of kings, I bore this son, the dispeller of your grief, for 3 years. O descendant of the Puru lineage, when I was giving birth, a voice was heard from the sky, "He will perform 100 horse sacrifices." Men who have gone to another village lovingly take up the sons of other men on their laps and feel great happiness on smelling their heads. At the time of birth ceremony of a son, you know that Brahmins utter the following mantra from the Vedas. You are born from my limbs, you are born from my heart, you are me in the form of a son. May you live for 100 autumns, may life depend on you and my eternal lineage. Therefore, my son, live in happiness for 100 autumns. He has been born from your limbs, one man from another. Look on your son as your second self, like a reflection in a clear pond, like the Ahavaniya fire is kindled from the Garhapatya fire. This one has been born from you. Though you are one, you have been divided into two. O king, in earlier times you were on a hunting expedition and had been led away by a deer. I was a virgin in my father's hermitage and was approached by you. The 6 supreme apsaras are Urvashi, Purvachitti, Sahajanya, Menaka, Vishwachi, and Gritachi. Among them again, Menaka, the apsara born from Brahma, is the
Ah,
foremost.
okay.
Descending from heaven to earth, she gave birth to me through her union with Vishwamitra. The Apsara Menaka gave birth to me in a plain in the Himalayas. Without any feelings, she abandoned me there, as if I was someone else's child. Earlier, what sins did I commit in another life that I was abandoned by my relatives in my childhood and by you now? Forsaken by you, I am ready to go back to my hermitage, but do not forsake this child who is your own son. Dushyanta said, O Shakuntala, I do not know that this son born from you is mine. Women are liars. Who will believe your words? Your mother Menaka was a courtesan. She was merciless and abandoned you on the plains of the Himalayas, like a faded garland. Your father Vishwamitra was also merciless and was born in a Kshatriya lineage, but driven by desire and lustful, he became a Brahmin. If Menaka is the best of the Apsaras and your father is the best of the Maharishis, how can you speak like a harlot and be their daughter? Are you
Oh,
not ashamed to utter these disrespectful words, especially in my presence? Oh, wicked ascetic, go away! Where is that best of Maharishis? Where is Menaka, the best of Apsaras? And where are you, who are wretched, clad in ascetic's garb? Your son is gigantic, and he is strong, even though a child. How has he, in such a short time span, grown up like a trunk of a shallow tree? You were born in a lowly lineage, and you speak like a harlot. It seems that Menaka gave birth to you from lust alone.
oh,
Oh, ascetic, everything that you say is unknown to me. I do not know you. Go away as you please.
oh, carry on, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shakuntala said, O king, you see the faults of others, even though they are small as a mustard seed. But you do not see your own, even though they can be seen as large as bilva fruit. Menaka is one of the 30 gods. She is foremost among the 30. O Dushyanta, my birth is nobler than your own. O Lord of Kings, you are established on earth, but I roam the sky. Know that the difference between you and me is that between a mustard seed and Mount Meru. King, behold and understand my powers. I can go to the abodes of the great Indra, Kubera, Yama, and Varuna, O unblemished one, not out of hatred towards you, but as an illustration. I am going to tell you a popular saying. Therefore pardon me and listen. Until he sees his face in a mirror, the ugly man thinks himself to be more handsome than others. But when he sees his malformed face in a mirror, it is then that he realizes the difference between him and others. He who is extremely handsome never demeans others. He who slanders others a lot is only considered to be evil-mouthed. Like a pig searches out filth, the fool seeks out evil words when he hears good and evil in men's speech. But the swan always searches out milk from the water. Like that, the wise one seeks out words of quality when he hears good and evil in men's speech. Honest ones are always pained to speak ill of others, but wicked ones are satisfied at this. Good ones always find pleasure in paying respect to the aged. However, fools always derive pleasure from berating good men. Those who seek no evil live happily, but fools are happy when they find evil. Even when they are injured by the words of evil ones, the good never do them injury. In this world, there is nothing more ridiculous than the evil representing the good as evil. Even those who do not believe in God fear those who have been dislodged from truth, like snakes with
Oh,
virulent poison, not to speak of those who believe in God. A man who has begotten a son like himself, but does not accept him, doesn't attain the superior worlds. The gods destroy his prosperity. The ancestors have said that the son establishes the family and the lineage, and thus giving birth to a son is the best of all dharmas. Therefore, a son should never be abandoned. Manu has said that there are sons begotten on one's wife and 5 others. obtained, bought, reared, adopted, and those begotten on other women. Sons support the dharma and fame of men, and bring happiness to their hearts. Sons are like the boats of dharma in transporting the ancestors from hell. O tiger among kings, therefore it is not proper for you to forsake your son. O Lord of the earth, protect him like you protect yourself, truth and dharma. O lion among kings, it is not proper for you to be deceitful on this. A pond is better than that of 100 wells. A sacrifice is better than 100 ponds. But that means making those things. Like if you dig a pond,
Oh, okay, yeah.
a sacrifice is better than 100 ponds, but a son is better than 100 sacrifices. Truth is better than 100 sons. If 1,000 horse sacrifices and truth are weighed on a pair of scales, truth will weigh more than 1,000 horse sacrifices.
Wow,
I tell you that truth is equal to studying all the Vedas and bathing in all the tirthas.
wow,
There is no dharma higher than the truth, and nothing is superior to truth, and
wow,
no evil is known to be fiercer than a lie.
wow.
O king,
I love this.
yes, good, isn't it? Truth is the supreme Brahman. Truth is the great vow, O king. Therefore, do not violate your oath. Let truth and yourself be united. However, if you are united with falsehood, and if you yourself have no belief in my words, I shall go away from here on my own. A relationship with one like you should not be sought after, O Dushanta. But when you are dead, my son will rule over the entire earth, crowned by the king of the mountains and surrounded by oceans in 4 directions. Vaishampayana said, having uttered these words to the king, Shakuntala prepared to leave. Thereupon a disembodied voice spoke to Dushanta from the sky, as he sat surrounded by his officiating priests, his preceptors, and his ministers. O Dushanta, the mother is only a vessel for holding water. Born from the father, the son is the father himself. O Dushanta, support your son and do not reject Sakuntala. O God among men, a son who has what? A
Spark.
son who has semen is the savior from Yama's abode. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's right though.
Yeah.
You are the creator of this embryo. Shakuntala has spoken the truth. The wife gives birth to a son by dividing her body into 2. O king, O Dushanta, therefore protect this son of yours born from Shakuntala. To abandon one's own son and continue to live is a great misfortune. O descendant of the Puru lineage, therefore cherish this great-souled son of Shakuntala and Dushanta. Since you will maintain this son, because of these words, this son will be known as Bharata. Having heard these words of those who dwell in the sky, the king of the Puru lineage was delighted. He addressed his priests and advisers. All of you have heard what the messenger of the gods has to say. I myself know very well that this is my son.
Okay.
But if I had accepted him today as my son on her words alone, there would have been suspicion among all the people, and he would never have been considered to be pure.
He's clever. He's a clever lad, isn't Dushanta, isn't he? He's like a right politician, isn't he? Really?
So it's because of this Bharata, that's why they're all called descendant of Bharat.
Mm.
Okay.
It's all his
Oh,
fault.
O descendant of the Bharata lineage, the king was then cleared of all suspicion because of the words of the messenger of the gods. He was extremely pleased and accepted his son. He smelt his son's head and embraced him with affection. The Brahmins pronounced their blessings on him, and he was praised by the bards. The king then enjoyed the great happiness one feels at the touch of one's own son. Dushyanta also paid homage and accepted his wife according to the rites of Dharma. The king pacified her and told her, "O lady, my union with you was not known to the people. That is the reason I argued with you. It was natural for people to think that the union I had with you was because you were a woman, and had my son been instated by me in the kingdom, he would have been considered to be impure. Therefore, I thought about how best to clear you. O beloved one, O large-eyed one, I have forgiven all the harsh words you spoke in anger. I love you." O descendant of the Bharata lineage, having thus spoken to his beloved queen, Rajarshi Dushyanta honored her with garments, food, and drink. Thereupon King Dushyanta instated Shakuntala's son as the heir apparent, and the name of Bharata was conferred on him. From that day, the glorious wheel of the great-souled Bharata traversed the worlds with great thunder, radiant, divine, and invincible. He conquered all the kings of the earth and brought them under his sway. He always trod the path of Dharma and attained supreme fame. That powerful king was known as Chakravarti and Sarvabhauma.
Ah.
Hmm. Like Indra, lord of the Maruts, he performed many sacrifices. Like Daksha, he made Kanva the offering priest at a sacrifice and offered a lot of alms.
Officiating priest.
What did I say?
Offering.
Okay. Officiating priest at the sacrifice and offered a lot of alms. The fortunate one performed a horse sacrifice that was named after the large number of cows offered. At this, Bharata gave Kanva 1,000 padmas as the sacrificial fee. I want to know what that is. Footnote: it is not clear what this means. A padma is a lotus, but this doesn't quite fit the requirement. Where 1,000 lotuses were given, a padma is also 1 trillion. In that, 1 trillion of what is left unsaid. Oh, you get it. He just said he gave him 1 million. He
But
gave
what
him,
about
but it doesn't say what.
the cows?
Yeah, never mind.
No, but does it really mean what does it mean?
Well, there is such a thing as Gormeda.
My
Yeah,
God. First
yeah.
time I've actually seen it written.
So, but giving him 1,000 padmas means money, a lot of money, 1,000 trillion gold coins, whatever, as the sacrificial fee. From Bharata springs the fame of the Bharata lineage and others of the Bharata lineage. All other kings who followed him were known as those of the Bharata lineage. In this Bharata lineage were born many greatly energetic and divine kings. They were supreme kings, like Brahma himself, and their many names are beyond recounting. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, I shall only mention the names of the chief ones, those who were immensely fortunate and devoted to truth and honesty. They were like the gods themselves.
Wow. Uh, can I read a bit? Is it
Absolutely.
okay?
Please do.
Vaishampayana said, O unblemished one, O king, I will now recount to you in entirety the lineages of Prajapati Daksha, Vaivashvata Manu, Bharat, Kuru, Puru, Ajmida, and Yadav. These are great and holy accounts that lead to bliss. The histories of these illustrious ones bring wealth, fame, and long life. Prachetas had 10 righteous sons who were like Maharshis in their energy and possessed a radiance that was ascending. They were known as the first ancestors. In earlier times, they loved the word energetic. I wonder what the Sanskrit word for energetic is. Just wondering, because it's just energy, energetic. Okay. The Prachetas had 10 righteous sons who were like Maharshis in
Usually, Mathura, it's probably like Tejas,
let me
or Virya.
okay, thanks. Okay. I need this light on 1 sec. Excuse me. Sorry. Where are we? I'm going to go back to that. Prachetas had 10 righteous sons who were like Maharshis in their energy and possessed a radiance that was ascending. They were known as the first ancestors. In earlier times, these greatly energetic ones were burnt with the lightning from clouds. O tiger among men, Daksha was born from Prachetas, and from Daksha was born all subjects. Wow. Hence, he is the grandfather of the worlds. He united with Virani and gave birth to 1,000 sons, all rigid in their vows, like he himself. In an assembly of these 1,000 of Daksha's sons, Narada taught them the supreme philosophy of Sankhya, the means to salvation. O Jamijaya, in a desire to create more beings, Prajapati Daksha created 50 women and accepted them as his daughters. He gave 10 to Dharma, 13 to Kashyapa, and 27 to Chandra, with the last given the task of reckoning time. Wow. Kashyapa was Marichi's son. Dakshani was supreme among his 13 wives. Through her, he gave birth to the valorous Adityas, Indra, and others, and also to Vivishvat. From Vivishvat was born a son, the Lord Yama. O king, Matanda was born of Yama's son, and Matanda had the wise Lord Manu as his son. Manu's lineage became famous as that of men. All men, including Brahmanas, Kshatris, and others, were descended from Manu. O king, at that time, the Brahmanas were united with the Kshatriyas. The Brahmanas among men were devoted to the study of the Vedas and their branches. It is said that Manu had 10 mighty sons who were devoted to the pursuit of Kshatriya Dharma. Vena, Drishnu, Narishyanta, Nabaga, Ikshvaku, Kurusha, Saryati, Ila as the 8th, and Prashidhra as the 9th. Nabagarishta was the 10th in addition, and in addition Manu had 50 other sons on earth. But it is heard that they all quarreled with each other and perished. How bizarre. What is to do? The learned Pururava was born from Ila, and it is said that she was born. Sorry, the learned Pururava was born from Ila, and it is said that she was both his father and mother. Pururava ruled over 13 islands in the ocean. He was immensely famous, and though human, was always surrounded by superhuman beings. Pururava was intoxicated with his valor and waged war against the Brahmanas. Paying no heed to their protest, he robbed them of their riches. O king, on seeing this, Sanat Kumar came from Brahma's world and showed him the right way. But he did not accept this. At this, the Maharshis were angry and cursed him. That king of men perished because of his avarice, power, and arrogance. He lived in the world of the Gandharvas with Urvashi. He brought to the earth the 3 types of sacrificial fire. Through Urvashi, 6 sons were born to this son of Ilas, Ayush, Diman, Amavashu, Dridayush, Vanayush, and Shatayush. It is said that Ayus had 5 sons through Swabhanu's daughter, Nahusha, Vridashama, Raji, Ramba, Ananas. Nahusha was Ayu's son. He was wise and devoted to the truth. O Lord of the earth, following the dictates of Dharma, he ruled over a large kingdom. Nahusha protected the ancestors, gods, rishis, brahmanas, gandharvas, anuragas, and rakshasas. He treated brahmanas, kshatras, and vaishyas equally. He killed loads of dasyus, nagas or serpents, and made them pay tributes to the rishis. Like animals, that valorous one forced them to carry him on their backs. He overwhelmed the gods with his energy, austerities, valor, and power, and became like Indra himself. Through Priyavasa, Nahusha had 6 sons, Yati, Yayati, Samyati, Ayati, Pancha, and Uddhava. Nahusha's son Yayati was devoted to the truth and became an emperor. He ruled over the entire earth and performed many sacrifices. With great power, he worshipped the ancestors and the gods who were always present. Yayati was always invincible and showed great kindness towards his subjects. His sons were great archers who possessed all the qualities. O king, they were born from his wives Devayani and Sharmishta. From Devayani were born Yadu and Turvasu. From Sharmishta were born Druhu, Anu, and Puru. O king, in accordance with Dharma, he ruled over his subjects for a long time. Then he was attacked by the dreadful old age. He was struck by the dreadful old age and lost his beauty. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, having been overcome by old age, the king told his sons, Yadu, Puru, Turvishu, Dhruyu, and Anu, O sons, I desire to savor the pleasures of youth. As a young man, I wish to spend my time with my young women. Help me. Yadu, the eldest son and born from Devayani, replied, For what purpose do you want our youth? What act do you wish to perform? Yayati told him, Accept my old age from me. With your youth, I will satisfy my senses. During a long sacrifice, I was cursed by the sage Ushanas. Therefore, I have lost all my powers of enjoying desire. O sons, I am suffering because of this. Any one of you can rule over the kingdom with my body, and I will satisfy my desire by taking up a new and young body. Yadu and the other brothers did not agree to take up his old age. At this, the youngest son, Puru, always devoted to the truth and power, said, O king, enjoy yourself with a new and young body. As you command, I will take up your old age and rule over the kingdom. At these words, the Rajasi used the power of his austerities to transfer his old age to his great-souled son. The king again became a young man with Puru's age. Puru ruled over the kingdom with Yayati's age. After 1,000 years, the invincible Yayati had still not satisfied his desires and told his son Puru, You are my heir, you are the son through whom my lineage will continue. From now on, my lineage will be known in this world as Puru's lineage. O king among kings, then he instated Puru as the king. After a long time, he succumbed to the laws of time. Shall I read a bit more? Dina? Balaram? Do you want to read? Anybody? No? They're not there? Okay, I'll carry on. Janmajaya asked, Our ancestor Yayati was 10th in the line from Prajapati. How did he... Janmajaya asked, Our ancestor Yayati was 10th in the line from Prajapati. How did he obtain Shukra's daughter, who was difficult to obtain? O supreme amongst Brahmanas, I wish to hear this in detail. Also tell me separately and in detail the accounts of the chiefs of the Puru lineage. Vaishampayana said, O Janmejaya, Yayati was a Rajarsi who was as radiant as the king of the gods himself. I will answer your questions and tell you how in ancient times Shukra and Vrishaparva gave him their daughters, and how the union between Devayani and Nahusha's son Yayati took place. Many years ago, why doesn't that have a new paragraph there? Anyway, he's not there. Anyway, many years ago, a great fight occurred between the gods and the demons over who would rule the 3 worlds with all their movable and immovable riches. In a desire to obtain victory, the gods appointed the son of Agni-Rasa, who was a sage, as the priest for their sacrifices. The others appointed the wise Ushanas. These two brahmanas were bitter rivals. The gods killed all the demons who had assembled for battle, but they were revived by Kavya with his knowledge. Having thus been brought to life, they fought with the gods again. In turn, the demons killed many gods in battle. However, though immensely learned, Brihaspati could not revive them. However, though immensely learned, Brihaspati could not, no, he did not possess the knowledge known as Sanjeevani that the glorious Kavya possessed. Thus the gods were immersed in supreme misery. What a bummer. In great...
Kavya is Shukracharya.
It's not, just becoming a god doesn't help you, does it? She's just engaged in the same stuff, just on another level. Up and down, round and round, it all goes on. Okay, sip. Okay. In great anxiety and afraid of Kavya Ushanas, the gods went to Brihaspati's elder son Kacha and said, "Worship us as we worship you. Please help us in this supreme task. That Brahmana with unlimited energy possesses knowledge. Quickly bring us that knowledge from Shukra, and you will have a share in all sacrifice offerings made to us. You will find the Brahmana with Vrishaparva. He always protects the demons, but does not protect those who are not demons. You are younger than him. Therefore, you can worship that wise one. You can also pay homage to Devayani, the beloved daughter of that great souled one. You alone are capable. There is no one else. You are certain to obtain the knowledge by propitiating Devayani with your conduct, magnanimity, sweetness, action, and self-control. Having been thus honored and addressed by the gods, Kacha, Brihaspati's son, agreed. He then went to Vrishaparva. O king, having thus been sent by the gods, he soon arrived at the capital of the king of the demons. On seeing Shukra there, he said, "O illustrious one, please accept me as your disciple. I am the grandson of Angirash and the son of Brihaspati. I am known by the name of Kacha. Accepting you as my supreme preceptor, I will practice brahmacharya for 1,000 years. Therefore, allow me." Shukra replied, "O Kacha, you are extremely welcome, and I will accept your words. You deserve respect, and I will treat you with respect, because by doing that, Brihaspati will also be honored." Shukra Ushanas, the son of Kavi, commanded Kacha to take the vow, and he did so. O descendant of the Mahabharata lineage, accepting the vow and the duration of the vow as he had promised, he began to worship his preceptor and Devayani. The young man was at the peak of his youth and pleased Devayani with his constant worship, singing, dancing, and the playing of musical instruments. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, Devayani was a maiden who had just attained the bloom of her youth, and he pleased her through his conduct and offerings of flowers and fruit. The Brahmana rigidly stuck to his vows, and when they were alone, Devayani also sang with him and sported with him. 500 years passed in this fashion, and Kacha stuck to his vows. Then the Danavas came to know that he was Kacha. One day, they saw him alone in the forest when he was tending to the cattle. Without hesitation, out of hatred for Brihaspati and in a desire to protect the knowledge, they killed him. Why? After killing him, they chopped him up into pieces as small as sesame seeds and fed it to the jackals and wolves. The cows returned home without... Yeah.
Do you know what he's doing the austerities for?
Remind me.
He's trying to get covertly, on behalf of the gods, Shukracharya's power of reviving the dead.
Yes.
They don't want him to get it.
They don't
They
want it.
figured it out who he is.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Keep it. Always do that. That's really good. Keeps us up with it. Okay. Then. Okay, I'll just read that bit. After killing him, they chopped him up into pieces as small as sesame seeds and fed it to the jackals and wolves. The cows returned home without the cowherd. O descendant of the Bharata lineage, when Devyani saw that the cows had returned home from the forest without Katya, she immediately said, "O Lord, the sun has set and the Agnihotra fire has not yet been lit. The cows have returned without the cowherd and Katya is not to be seen. Oh, Father, it is certain that Katya must have died or been killed. I tell you truthfully that I cannot live without him." Shukra replied, "If he is dead, I will revive him by uttering the words, 'Come back to life.'" With the aid of the knowledge of Sanjeevani, he summoned Katya. Having been thus summoned, Katya joyfully reappeared. When the Brahmana's daughter asked him, he said that he had been killed. On another occasion, at Devyani's request, the Brahmana Katya again went to the forest to collect flowers. The Danavas saw him and killed him a second time. Whew, what a trip, man. The Asuras burnt him, ground the ashes, and mixed them with wine, feeding into the Brahmana. They like to get them small, ashes, sesame seeds. Get him down, let's mash him up. Devayani again spoke to her father. "O father, Katya was sent to gather flowers, but he cannot be seen." Shukla replied, "O daughter, Katya is Brihaspati's son, and he has gone to the land of the dead. Though revived by my knowledge, he is again being killed. What shall I do, O Devayani? Do not grieve and do not weep. Someone like you should not grieve over a mortal man. The gods and the entire world must accept that which comes." Devayani said, "The oldest Angiras is his grandmother. Brihaspati, blessed with the power of austerities, is his father. He is the son and the grandson of a rishi. Why should I not grieve and weep? He himself is a brahmachari, blessed with the power of austerities. He was always attentive and skilled in every work. I will happily follow the path that Katya has trod on. Oh, father, I love the handsome Katya." Shukra replied, "It is certain that the Asuras hate me. They have killed my innocent disciple. These terrible Danavas want to make me a non-Brahmana. The killing of a Brahmana oppresses Indra himself. Let this evil come to an end now." Having been spurned by Devayani, Maharshi Kavya again summoned Katya, Brihaspati's son. Summoned by the knowledge, but scared about his preceptor's safety, Katya softly replied from inside the stomach. What's going on there? Reply, which stomach? What's going on? Summoned by the
Did you
knowledge.
miss something?
I think I did. Or if I missed, if I read it and not.
Well, I don't remember hearing it, but
No,
he
I
shouldn't be in his stomach yet.
Oh, because I know why. It's because they mixed the ashes of his body in the wine and he drank it.
Yeah, but
Ah,
did it say that?
yeah,
Yeah.
just now. Yeah.
Okay, right. So he's inside his own
Okay,
stomach.
thank you, Con.
And he's got to find a way of reviving him without himself dying.
God, it's oh God, tricks
It's
of the.
cool, isn't it?
I know it's all just too far out. Summoned by the knowledge, but scared about his preceptor's safety, Katya softly replied from inside the stomach. Shukra then asked him, "O Brahmana, how did you come to be inside my stomach? Tell me truly." Katya replied, "Through your grace, my memory has remained with me.
That's nuts.
I remember exactly what happened and how I can therefore bear this unending misery and insufferable pain. Oh, Kavya, the Asuras killed me. They burnt me and ground and mixed the ashes with wine, with which they gave to you. But when you are there, how can the Asuras' powers of delusions overcome the power of a Brahmana?" Shukra said, "O daughter, how can I now do what is dear to you? Katya can only be brought to life through my death. Oh, Devayani, Katya is inside me. He can only reappear by ripping my stomach apart." Devayani said, "Both the sorrows will burn me like fire, your destruction and Katya's. I will have no protection after Katya's death, and if you die, will not be able to bear life." Shukra replied, "O Brihaspati's son, you have attained success since Devayani worships you so much. Unless you are Indra in Katya's disguise, accept today the knowledge of bringing the dead back to life. No one can emerge alive from my stomach but a Brahmana. But a Brahmana cannot be killed. Therefore, accept the knowledge I give you. Return to life as my son, as my son. O son, possessed of the knowledge that I give you, bring me back to life after I leave my body. When you emerge from my stomach with the knowledge your preceptor gives you, act in accordance with Dharma. Receiving the knowledge from his preceptor, the Brahmana emerged from the stomach. The handsome Kacha emerged from the Brahmana's right side, like the full moon in Shukla Paksha. He saw his preceptor's remains lying in a heap of Brahmana powers. Kacha revived him with the secret knowledge he had received. Then Kacha paid homage to his preceptor and said, "The preceptor is an object of worship. The giver of knowledge is supreme. He is the most precious of all precious objects in the four directions. He who doesn't revere him is never established and goes to the worlds of the evil. Having been deceived through drinking wine and remembering the terrible consequences of losing consciousness, and also seeing the reappearance of the handsome Kacha, whom he had drunk when intoxicated with wine, the mighty Kavya rose in anger. He wished to bring about the welfare of Brahmanas. The illustrious one himself spoke this injunction against the drinking of wine. From this day, if a stupid Brahmana commits the crime of drinking wine, he will be considered to have committed the crime of killing a Brahmana. Woo! He will be hated in this world and the next. I am laying down this Dharma for Brahmanas in all the worlds. Let this be heard by good Brahmanas who worship their preceptors, by the gods and by all the worlds. Having said this, the illustrious repository of innumerable ascetic powers summoned the Danavas who had been deprived of their senses by destiny. Having summoned them, he said, "O Danavas, you are strong, but know that Kacha has attained his wish and will live with me. Having obtained the great knowledge of Sanjeevani, the Brahmana is now as powerful as Brahma himself." Kacha lived for 1,000 years. Why? I don't think this is rightly paragraphed, the editing. It's like it just starts a paragraph in the middle of a paragraph. It could be much better edited, couldn't it? I think
It
it
could
could.
be. It could be. I agree with
It
you.
gets confusing. It's all it's too blockish. It could be broken up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You'll
do
get used to it. You'll know how to handle
I've
it.
almost I'll come go to 72. Okay. Having said this, the illustrious repository of innumerable ascetic powers summoned the Damanas who have been deprived of their senses by destiny. Having summoned them, he said, "O Danavas, you are strong, but know that Kacha has obtained his wish and will live with me, having obtained the great knowledge of Sanjeevani. The Brahmana is now as powerful as Brahma himself." Kacha lived for 1,000 years in his preceptor's house. Wow. With his preceptor's permission, he then prepared to return to the land of the 30 gods. There you go. Wow. Hari Baba.
It's
Do
great,
who?
isn't it?
It's
You know,
fantastic.
this is all in order to describe how Yayati got married, being a Kshatriya to a Brahmin girl, and he's the father of Puru, Yadu, Yati, and all them. So there's still more to go, though.
Does Dina or Braja want to read? They haven't read yet. Is Braja there?
Here comes Braj.
Here comes Braj.
Boshan.
73?
Yes.
72.
One more night.
Okay. Vaishampayana said, when the period of his vow was over and he had obtained his preceptor's permission, Kacha prepared to leave for the land of the 30 gods. Devayani told him, O grandson, O Rishi Angisharas, you are dazzling in your conduct, birth, learning, austerities, and self-control. Just as the immensely famous Rishi Angiras is honored by my father, so must I worship and honor Brihaspati. O one blessed with the power of austerities, know this and hear what I have to say. You are aware of my behavior while the rigid observance of your vow was going on. You have now achieved your learning. I love you and you should love me in return. Accept my hand in accordance with the proper rites and mantras. Kacha replied, O unblemished lady, you are an object of my honor and worship, as your illustrious father is. You are an object of greater reverence to me. You are dearer to the great-souled Bhargava, Shukra, than his own life. O fortunate one, you are my preceptor's daughter, and in accordance with Dharma, I must always worship you. Just as your father Shukra, my preceptor, is always honored by me, so must I always honor you. O Devayani, you should therefore not speak to me in this way. Devayani replied, O supreme among Brahmanas, you are not my father's son, you are only the son of his preceptor's son. Angiras was Shukra's preceptor.
Therefore,
Therefore, you are an object of my honor and worship. O Katra, you must remember the love I showed you when the Asuras killed you again and again, and even now. O you who know Dharma, remembering my friendship, love, and devotion towards you, you should not forsake me when I love you and have not shown any guilt. Kacha replied, you are pure in our vows, but you are now asking me to be engaged in a task that is not recommended. O lovely one with the beautiful brows, you are greater to me than my preceptor. Be gracious, O lady with the large eyes, O lady with a face like the moon, O fortunate one. You have dwelt in Kavya's loins, and I have dwelt in the same place. O one with their fair face, according to Dharma, you are my sister. O fortunate one, do not say that. I have lived here happily and I hold no bad feelings. I ask your permission to leave. Bless me on my way. Remember me in your conversation as someone who has never transgressed Dharma. Always serve my preceptor with single-minded alertness. Devayani said, O Kacha, if you spurn me for the sake of Dharma, Artha, or Kama, despite my asking, your knowledge will never achieve success. Kacha replied, you are my preceptor's daughter, and there is no sin in refusing you, nor has my preceptor given me instruction about this. Curse me if you wish, O Devayani. I have told you the Dharma the sages have decreed. I deserve no curse. Nevertheless, you have cursed me, not out of Dharma but out of desire. Therefore, your desire will never be satisfied. No rishi's son will ever accept your hand. You have said that my knowledge will never bear fruit, so be it, but it will bear fruit for the one I teach it to. Having said this to Devayani, Kacha, the best among Brahmanas, supreme among Brahmanas, quickly left for the abode of the 30 gods. On seeing him arrive, the gods, with Indra at their head, were delighted. They paid homage to Brihaspati and told Kacha, you have performed a supreme and extraordinary act for our welfare, and your fame will never diminish. You will have a share in our sacrificial offerings. 73. Vishampayana said, O bull of the Bharata lineage, the gods were delighted that Kacha had attained the knowledge. They learnt the knowledge that Kacha had learnt and were content. They assembled together and told Shatakratu, O Purandara, Shatakratu and Purandara is Indra, the time has come to display your valor and kill your enemies. Having been thus addressed, Maghavan, Indra, agreed and set out with the assemblage of 30 gods. He saw many women in the forest. The ladies were sporting in a forest that was like Chitraratas, meaning that the forest or the wood was beautiful. Chitrarata was the king of the Gandharvas. Changing himself into the wind, he mixed up all their garments. After emerging from the water, the women then each picked up a garment that was nearest her. Devayani's garment was then picked up by Sharmishta, the daughter of Vrishaparva, who did not know about the mixing up. O Lord of Kings, at that a quarrel arose between Devayani and Sharmishta. Devayani said, O Asuri, despite being inferior to me, the text actually has Devayani addressing Sharmishta as her disciple. This is because Devayani's father Shukra was a preceptor of Sharmishta's father Vrishaparva. O Asuri, despite being inferior to me, how did you dare to take up my garment? You are devoid of good conduct. No good will come to you. Sharmishta replied, Whether my father is seated or lying down, your father is always humbly below him and always praises him. You are the daughter of a man who begs, praises, and holds up his hand for alms. I am the daughter of a man who is praised and stretches out his hands to give alms, not to receive. You are defenseless and deserted. You are a beggar who trembles before me, who is armed. Find an equal. I do not regard you as one. On hearing this, Devayani stood up erect and clung to the garment. But Sharmishta threw her into a well and went off to her city. Damn. The evil Sharmishta took her to be dead. In extreme anger, she did not even bother to look down. Nahusha's son Yayati came to that place looking for deer to hunt. He was thirsty, and his two horses were tired. Nahusha's son saw a well in which there was no water, but the king saw a maiden who was as radiant as the flames of a fire. Seeing her there, he addressed the maiden, who was celestial in beauty. The best of kings pacified her with extremely soft words and asked, O one with nails the shade of copper, O one with a dusky complexion, O one adorned in beautiful gems and earrings, who are you? Why are you in such deep grief? Why are you sighing in distress? How did you come to fall into this well that is full of creepers and grass? O one with the slender waist, whose daughter are you? Tell me truly. Devayani replied, I am Shukra's daughter, who uses his knowledge to revive the Daityas when they are killed by the gods. He does not know what has become of me. O king, here is my right hand with nails that are the shade of copper. You seem to have been born into a good family. I know you to be gentle, brave, and famous. Grasp me by the hand and pull me out of the well into which I have fallen. Having learned that she was the daughter of a Brahmana, the king, who was Nahusha's son, grasped her by the right hand and pulled her out of the well. After pulling the one with beautiful hips out of the well, Jayati gently bid farewell and returned to his capital. Devayani said, O Gurnika, one of Devayani's companions or maids, quickly go to my father and tell him what has happened. From now on, I refuse to enter Vrishaparva's city. Gurnika swiftly went to the Asura's palace. On seeing Kavya, she spoke to him, her senses flustered. O immensely wise one, O immensely fortunate one, I tell you that Devayani has been struck in the forest by Sharmishta, Vrishaparva's daughter. Having heard that his daughter had been struck by Sharmishta, Kavya quickly set out for the forest with a heavy heart. When he found his daughter Devayani in the forest, he engulfed her in his arms and sorrowfully said, It is through their own faults that people reap happiness and sorrow. I am sure that you must have done something wrong which has now been purged. Devayani replied, Whether it is the purging of my fault or not, listen attentively to what Sharmishta, Vrishaparva's daughter, told me. I am telling you truthfully. She said that you chanted praises to the Daityas with eyes red in anger and a harsh and sharp voice. This is what Vrishaparva's daughter Sharmishta said. She said that I was the daughter of someone who always begged, chanted the praises of others, and stretched out his hands for alms. And she was the daughter of one who was always praised, always granted, and stretched out his hand to give alms. Eyes red with anger and full of pride, this is what Sharmishta, Vrishaparva's daughter, repeatedly said. O father, if I am really the daughter of one who chants praises of others and stretches out his hands for alms, I must pay homage to Sharmishta to obtain her favor. I have already told my friend, before the quarrel, Devayani and Sharmishta were friends. I have already told my friend that. Shukra replied, O Devayani, you are not the daughter of someone who always praises, asks for alms, and receives. You are the daughter of someone who is always praised but never praises. Vrishaparva knows this, and so do Shakra and the king who is Nahusha's son. Know my strengths to be as inconceivable and incomparable as the supreme Brahman. Shukra said, O Devayani, Know that a man who pays no heed to the evil words of other conquers everything. The learned regard as a true charioteer he who reins in his anger like horses, not he who hangs onto the reins tightly. O Devayani, know that he who restrains his rising anger through feelings of non-anger conquers everything. A man who restrains his anger through forgiveness is compared to a snake that casts off its old skin. He who is not hurt through the evil words of others and does not retaliate attains all the object of life. Between two men, one who performs sacrifices continuously every month for 100 years and one who does not feel anger, the one without anger is a superior one. Young boys and girls are not always sensible and quarrel with each other. They do not know true strength or weakness. The wise never imitate them. Devayani replied, O father, even though I am a girl, I know what is virtue and what is duty. I also know the difference between anger and forgiveness and the strength of weakness of each. But when a disciple behaves disrespectfully towards a preceptor, it should not be condoned. I do not wish to live among people whose conduct is unbecoming. A wise man who desires welfare should not live among people with evil intent, who speak ill of high birth and good conduct. It is said that the best place to live is among honest ones, where high birth and good conduct are known and respected. I can think of nothing more intolerable in the three worlds than the terrible and evil words of Vrishaparva's daughter. It is the inferior one who thrives on the success of a rival. Should I keep on, should I keep going?
Yeah, yeah.
Veshampayana said, Kavya, the best of the Brigu lineage, was very angry. He went to the place where Vrishaparva was seated and unhesitatingly told him, O king, unlike a cow, the fruits of evil actions are not immediate. Such fruits are certainly manifested, if not in one's own self, in one's son or in one's grandson. They are like a heavy meal in the stomach. You killed the Brahmana Kacha descended from Angiras when he lived with me, even though he was devoted to Dharma, committed no sin, and served me. You killed one who did not deserve to die. You caused injury to my daughter, O Vrishaparva. For this reason, I have to forsake you and your relatives. O king, I can no longer live with you in your territory. O Daitya, do not take me to be one who utters a falsehood. Why do you overlook the faults of your own and do not check them?
Could you, where are we? Sorry again, which page are we?
75, 217.
Okay. Which place in the page?
The last paragraph.
Okay.
Vrishaparva said,
Okay, I'm there. I'm with you, yeah.
Vrishaparva said, O descendant of the Brigu lineage, never have I known falsehood or non-adherence to Dharma in you. Dharma and truth are established in you. O illustrious one, please show me your grace. O descendant of the Brigu lineage, if you forsake us and depart, we will have no refuge and will drown in the ocean. Shukra replied, O Asura, I do not care whether you sink to the bottom of the ocean or disappear in the various directions. I cannot tolerate any unpleasant act directed at my daughter, whom I love. Pacify Devayani because my life is based on her. Just as Brihaspati ensures Indra's welfare, my ascetic powers are for your protection. Vrishaparva replied, O descendant of the Brigu lineage, you are the master of everything that belongs to the lord of the Asuras, riches, elephants, cattle, horses. You are their lord even of me. Shukra said, O great Asura, if it is true that I am the lord of everything that is possessed by the lord of the Daityas, go and try to pacify Devayani. Devayani said, O descendant of the Brigu lineage, O father, if you are really the lord of all the wealth of the king, and he himself, ask the king to come to me and state it himself. Otherwise, I won't accept it. Vrishaparva said, O Devayani, O one with the beautiful smile, I will give you whatever you desire to possess, regardless of how difficult it is to obtain. Devayani replied, I desire that Sharmista, together with 1,000 other ladies, should be my maidservants. She must also follow me when my father gives my hand in marriage. Vrishaparva said, "O nurse, quickly go and fetch Sharmishta here. She must do whatever Devayani wishes." The nurse then went and told Sharmishta, "O fortunate one, arise and do what is good for your relatives." Urged by Devayani, the Brahmana is about to forsake his disciples. "O unblemished one, you must now do exactly what Devayani wishes." Sharmishta replied, "I will today do exactly what she desires. Because of me, Shukra and Devayani must not leave." Commanded by her father, she then quickly emerged from the supreme palace on a palanquin, accompanied by 1,000 maidens.
Wow.
Sharmishta said, "I am your maidservant and will serve you with 1,000 other slaves. I will follow you wherever your father bestows you." Devayani retorted, "I am the daughter of one who chants praises, begs, and stretches out his hand for alms. You are the daughter of one who is praised. How can you be my slave?" Sharmishta replied, "Whatever be the way, one must be prepared to bring about the welfare of one's afflicted relatives. I will follow you wherever your father bestows you." O best of kings, when Vrishaparva's daughter promised to be her slave, Devayani told her father, "O supreme among Brahmanas, I will now enter the capital. I know that your knowledge and the strengths of your learning are invincible." Having been thus addressed by his daughter, the immensely famous one, the best of Brahmanas, was pleased and entered the city. All the Danavas paid him homage. Gone?
You want me to do the last?
Yeah, go on,
Yeah.
Dino.
I've been on. Sorry, I'll just put. So
Oh, it's
paint.
just eating,
So just
sorry.
been. I'll just do the last little bit there and then. Okay. Vaishampayana said, "Hello." Yeah, you all
I
right?
just have to say the best of the hairy chested.
I'm going to switch that off.
Oh,
Then. There we go. The cover here.
Excuse me.
Ah,
That's terrible. I shouldn't
it's
have said that.
warm in here.
Oh, it must.
Vaishampayana said, "O best of kings, after a long time, the beautiful Devayani went to the same forest to play with Sharmista and the 1,000 maid servants. She reached the same spot and began to roam around as she pleased. Being attended by all those friends, she felt very happy. All of them sported in abandon, drinking the nectar from the Madhava creepers, eating diverse food and biting into fruit, in search of deer to hunt. The king, who was Nahusha's son, again came to the same place, exhausted and thirsty. He saw Devayani and Sharmista with all those ladies. They were drinking and languid, adorned in celestial ornaments. He saw the
Dina,
sweets.
we can only see half of you.
Yeah, we can only see half of you.
I'm not flashing me chest off. I'm
It's
sorry.
all right. We don't mind. It's a joke. Don't get so.
Can't see your face.
Can't
Well,
see
we
the
Don't
can see
matter.
half your
Listen to
chest.
the voice. If you can't see the face, listen to the voice. There you go.
No, but we can see your chest anyway.
Yeah, we can see your chest anyway. Might
It's
as well.
it's just the mount for holding the book pad up is easier here. It's the best spot. I'm sorry.
Just put it to one
I'm
side.
crippled at the moment. I'm sorry, guys.
Hmm.
Yes, yeah. Where were we?
Yeah, where were we? Where is it? Actually, where are we?
1,000 maidservants.
Yeah, but where is
And
that?
she saw sweet smile. It's, I don't know, my layouts. It's 76, beginning of end of first paragraph.
Okay.
Adorned in celestial ornaments. He saw the sweet smiling Devayani seated there. Among all those beautiful women, she was unparalleled in her loveliness. She was waited upon by Sharmista, who was massaging her feet. Yati said, "It seems that these 1,000 women who are surrounding the two of you, oh beautiful ones." Yeah, okay then. Yeah, apparent, yeah. "Tell me your names and your clans." Devayani replied, "O ruler of men, hear my words and know that I am the daughter of Shukra, the preceptor of the Asuras. This friend is my slave. She goes wherever I go. She is Sharmista, the daughter of Vrishaparva, the king of the Danavas. Yayati asked, "This maiden is beautiful. She has lovely eyebrows. I am curious to know how this daughter of an Asura king, your friend, has come to be your slave." Devayani replied, "O tiger among men, everything follows what has been destined. Do not be surprised at what seems to be out of the ordinary, and know that everything is determined by destiny." All right, be a bit in direct. Your form and attire is like that of a king. Your speech is like that of one who knows the Vedas. What is your name? Where have you come from? And whose son are you? Tell me. Yati replied, "During my years of brahmacharya, the entire knowledge of the Vedas penetrated my ears. I am a king, and the son of a king. I am known as Yayati." Devayani asked, "O king, why have you come to this region? Is it to gather lotuses for hunt, or hunt for deer?" Yayati replied, "O fortunate one, I came to hunt for deer and came here to search for water." You speak a lot. Please allow me to leave now. Devayani said, "With the slave Sharmista, the two of us and our 1,000 maidservants are at your command to serve you. O fortunate one, please be my friend and husband." Yayati replied, "O beautiful one, I am not worthy of you. You are the daughter of Ushanas. O Devayani, your father cannot marry you to a king." Devayani replied, "Brahmanas have already been united with Kshatriyas, and Kshatriyas have been united with Brahmanas. You are a rishi and the son of a rishi, O son of Nahusha. Therefore, marry me." Dayati replied, "O beautiful one, there is no doubt that the four Varnas have sprung from a single body, but their purity varies, and so does their dharma. The Brahmana is superior to the others." Devayani said, "O son of Nahusha, earlier no man except you has ever touched my hand. Therefore, in accordance with the dharma of accepting the hand, I accept you as my husband." "Ah, my hand has been touched by you, who are a rishi, and the son of a rishi. How can a proud one like me allow any other man to touch me, my hand?" Yayati replied, "The learned men know that a Brahmana is more to be avoided than a virulently poisonous and angry snake."
Who says this? Sorry,
This
say
is
that.
Yayati replying to Devayani.
Okay. Don't trust no brahmanas, mate. Oh, God.
Well, I mean, yeah. Or is he? Is he a bit of a sly fox? Is he?
Well, that's what they all have got
Means
their own.
you must be wary of Brahmins, because if you
Yeah,
offend them, you get a curse.
yeah. This
Oh, I
is it.
see.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that
And
it?
also to follow the actual proper ritty nitty of society, and this kind of. He's like, I'm not, yeah, actually, because she's Brahmani, and he's actually Kshatriya, he's king, so it's like, but a Brahmani is allowed to marry a lower caste, and he gets elevated by the Brahmani, so she's gonna get him. Let's see. Devayani said, "O king, I have chosen you. It is agreed that my father will bestow me on you, and I will marry you, and you will marry me. You need have no fear. You have not asked for me. You will receive what is given to you." Devayani quickly sent a message to her father. On hearing this, Brigu's descendant went to meet the king. On seeing Shukra come, Yayati, the lord of the earth, paid homage to the Brahman Kavya with joined palms, worshipped him and waited. Devayani said, "O father, this is the king who is Nahusha's son. He grasped my hand when I was in trouble. Bestow me to him. I will accept no one else in the world as my husband." Shukra said, "O son of Nahusha, you are brave. You have been chosen by my beloved daughter as her husband. I give her to you. Accept her as your queen." Yayati replied, "O descendant of Brigu lineage, I seek a boon from you. Let no great sin descend on me as a consequence of my begetting offspring of a mixed caste. Shukra said, I free you from this non-adherence to Dharma. You will receive your desired boon. No sin will befall you as a result of this marriage. Maintain the slender-waist Devayani as your wife in accordance with Dharma. With her you may find incomparable happiness. O king, always respect this maiden, Sharmishta, Vishvaparava's daughter, and you must never call her to your bed. Having been thus addressed, Yayati circumambulated Shukra. With the great-souled one's permission, he returned happily to his own city. Vaishampayana said, Yayati's capital resembled Indra's capital. He entered his capital and instated Devayani in the women's quarters. There was a grove of ashok trees nearby. With Devayani's permission, he instated Vrishaparava's daughter in a house that was built there. He honored Ashuri Sharmista with 1,000 maidservants and made good arrangements for her food and clothing. Like the gods, the king, who was Nahusha's son, passed many happy years in Devayani's company. When her season arrived, the beautiful Devayani conceived and gave birth to a boy as her first child. When 1,000 years had passed, Vrishaparava's daughter Sharmista saw that, having attained youth, her season had arrived. She began to think, my season has arrived, but I do not yet have a husband. What will happen? What shall I do? Oh me, what is proper for me to do? Devayani has given birth, but my youth is in vain. I shall choose as my husband the same person, and in the same way as her, I am certain in my mind that the king will give me a son. Will the one who is devoted to righteous conduct come and meet me in private? On one occasion, the king emerged and came to the ashok grove. On seeing Sharmista there, he came and stood before her. The sweet smiling Sharmista found the king alone before her. She greeted the king with joined palms and said, O son of Nahusha, no one can touch the women who dwell in the inner quarters of Soma, Indra, Vishnu, Yama, Varuna, and you. O king, know that I am beautiful, have been born in good lineage and show good conduct. O ruler of men, I seek your favor for my season. Yayati replied, I know about your conduct, since you are an unblemished maiden born among the Daityas. I can also see your beauty. I do not even see a blemish that is small as the point of a needle. However, when I married Devayani, Kavya Ushanas told me that Vishapava's daughter should never be in my bed. Sharmista said, O king, it is no sin to commit a falsehood in 5 cases. In jest, to women, at the time of marriage, when confronting death, and when all one's riches are liable to be lost. O Lord of men, it is true that he who bears false witness is demeaned. When a general purpose is sought to be attained, only then does a falsehood harm the speaker. Yayati replied, a king must be a role model to his subjects, and if it is proven that he lied, destruction follows. I cannot afford a lie, even when I am confronted by the greatest loss. Sharmista said, O king, it is held that one's husband and one's friend's husband are closely related. A friend's marriage is equal to one's own. I have chosen... Yeah, well, she's pulling out the quotes here, isn't she? Huh? Well, how about this then? I have chosen my friend's husband as mine. Yayati replied, the vow I have taken is that the gift should match the one who asks. You are asking my favor. Tell me what I should do. Sharmista said, O king, save me from sin and protect my dharma. If I conceive of a child through you, I will perform the most righteous act in the world. O king, it is decreed that free people can never own a wife, a slave, and a son. Free people can never own. Sorry, I'm a bit
Yeah, I know. It makes one think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ponder.
3 people can never be owned. There's a little bit grammar missing.
It's about classifications of people who can
No,
be
it's
owned.
quite correct. The wife, the son, and the slave cannot own property on their own, in their own name,
Okay.
in
Right.
those days.
Because the son, he has to inherit it. The wife, it doesn't get passed down to and the slave, of course. Yeah, right. Unless they're lucky, unless it's been named. Whatever they obtain belongs to the one who owns them. O king, I am Devayani's slave, and that descendant of Brigu lineage is yours. She and I are equally yours. Love me as I love you. No. Having been thus addressed, the king was persuaded. He paid honor to Sharmista and protected her dharma. He united with Sharmista and satisfied their desires. Then they lovingly bade farewell and returned to where they had come from. As a consequence of the union with that best of kings, Sharmista, with the sweet smile and beautiful eyebrows, conceived her first child. O king, in due time, the one with eyes like blue lotuses gave birth to a son. He was like the son of a god, with eyes that had the complexion of blue lotuses. Shall I carry on, or does someone else want to
I think you're doing well. Just carry on. It's nice.
carry on a bit?
Yeah.
Vaishampayana said, O descendant of the Bharat lineage.
Sorry,
When
which page are we on now?
it's chapter 78 now,
Okay.
starting, new paragraph.
Yeah.
Vaishampayana said, O descendant of the Bharat lineage, when the sweet smiling Devayani heard of this birth of a son, she unhappily began to think about Sharmista. Devayani went to Sharmista and said, O one with the beautiful eyebrows, what sin have you committed out of desire? Sharmista replied, A rishi arrived. He was devoted to Dharma and learned in the Vedas. In accordance with Dharma, I asked for a boon, and he gave it to me. O one with the sweet smile, I did not fall prey to sin, so as to satiate my desire. I tell you truthfully that I obtained this son through the rishi. Devayani said, O timid one, if that is the case, it is all right. I wish to know the name, lineage, and birth of that Brahmana. Sharmista replied, O one with the beautiful smile. What is actually the Sanskrit? What did she say? Hey, Sumukhi. He was a radiant in energy as the sun. On seeing him, I was powerless to ask these questions. Devayani said, O Sharmista, if all this is true and you have indeed obtained this son from such a superior and great Brahmana, I have no reason to be angry. They conversed and laughed happily with each other, believing literally what she had been told. Brigu's descendant went home. O king, Yayati had 2 sons through Devayani, Yadu and Turuvasu. Those 2 were like Shakra and Vishnu. Though that Raja Rishi, Vishvaparava's daughter Sharmista, gave birth to 3 sons, Druhu, Anu, and Puru. O king, one day, the sweet smiling Devayani. She had 3 sons, right? So we're going to hear where the others came from now, I guess, huh? O king, one day, the sweet smiling Devayani went to Yayati, to a great forest. She saw 3 divine-looking children playing there. Without any care in the world, Devayani was surprised and asked, O king, whose children are these handsome ones? They look like the sons of gods. They look exactly like you in form and radiance. Having asked the king, she asked the boys, O sons, what is the name of your lineage? Which Brahmana is your father? Tell me truthfully, I wish to hear it all. The children pointed at the supreme king with their fingers and said that Sharmista was their mother. Having said this, they came up to the king, but with Devayani there, the king dared not greet them. The boys then wept in sorrow and went to their mother, Sharmista. On witnessing the love the boys displayed towards the king, the queen understood and asked Sharmista, You are owned by me. How have you dared to do that which brings displeasure to me? You have reverted to the Dharma of the Asuras. Do you have no fear? Sharmista replied, O one with beautiful smile, what I told you about the Rishi is true. My acts were in accordance with Dharma and propriety. Therefore, why should I be afraid of you, O beautiful one? You chose the king as your husband. So did I. According to Dharma, a friend's husband is one's own husband. You are the daughter of a Brahmana, and therefore, as my superior, you deserve my honor and respect. But don't you know that this Raja Rishi is deserving of the greatest honor?
Of greater honor.
Oh, of greater honor, sorry. Greater honor. On hearing these words, Devayani said, O king, you have caused me displeasure. I will not live here any longer. Having said this, the dusky one quickly arose, with tears in her eyes. In a miserable state she went to her father, Kavya. Extremely alarmed, the king followed her, trying to pacify her wrath, but she did not return. Her eyes were red with anger. She did not speak a word to the king. With eyes full of tears, she soon reached Kavya Ushanas. On seeing her father, she paid him homage and stood before him. Yayati followed soon after, and also paid homage to Brigu's descendant. Devayani said, Evil has won over Dharma. The inferior have ascended, and the superior brought down. I have been overtaken by Sharmista, Vishvaparva's daughter. This king Yayati has fathered 3 sons through that wretched woman. But I have only got 2 sons, O descendant of the Brigu lineage. This king, famous for his knowledge of Dharma, O Kavya, nevertheless I tell you that he has crossed the threshold. Shukra said, O great king, you know Dharma well, yet you have committed sin for the sake of pleasure. Therefore, invincible old age will soon oppress you. Yayati replied, O illustrious one, the daughter of the Lord of the Danavas begged me to make her season bear fruit. It was with that thought and no other that I did what I thought was right. Those who know the Brahmin say that a man who is asked by a woman for the fruition of her season must grant her wish. Otherwise he commits the sin of killing an embryo. A man who refuses when a desiring woman privately solicits him is called a killer of an embryo by the learned.
Really?
O descendant of the Brigu lineage, yeah.
Okay.
It is for these reasons, concerned about committing a sin, that I went to Sharmista. Shukra said, O king, you are dependent on me. You should have awaited my instructions. O son of Nahusha, by committing a falsehood, you have become a thief in the eyes of Dharma.
Ooh.
Being thus cursed by the angry Ushanas, Yayati, son of Nahusha, was instantly deprived of his earlier youth, and old age overcame him.
Oh God.
Yayati said, I'll just do this last bit, and then someone else can.
I think we're at the end. Anyway, carry on.
How many chapters are left? How many chapters are in this? Yeah, so we're not nearly finished. Anyway, but yeah, towards the... Yayati said, O descendant of the Brigu lineage, I am not yet satiated with Devayani's youth. O Brahmana, therefore show me mercy, and let old age not overcome me now. Shukra replied, I have never uttered a falsehood, O ruler of the earth. You have been instantly attacked by old age, but if you wish, you can transfer this old age to another. Yayati said, O Brahmana, then agree to this. A son of mine who will grant me in his youth will enjoy my kingdom, my merit, and my fame. Shukra replied, O son of Nahusha, if you think of me, you will be able to transfer your old age to whomever you wish. No evil will befall you from that, and the son will give you, his youth will become the king. He will have a long life and numerous offspring, and will attain fame.
Wow.
Vaishampayana said, having been attacked by old age, Yayati returned to his capital. He summoned his eldest son, Besan Yadu, and said, sorry.
What are you doing? It's gone 9 o'clock now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't that is the start of a new? Yeah, it's a new.
Yeah.
Whole
no,
pastime.
the story's not over yet.
Yeah, no. That's a good point to stop there.
Yeah, we've got
Because going to go into the
Wednesday's
next.
coming up. We can carry on Wednesday.
Wednesday. That was great.
Wow.
Fantastic. Wow.
I love that bit about the lie. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna photo that and then put it on ChatGPT, print it into a text, and make a post about it.
Okay.
And I'll put some picture of somebody I hate next to it. Somebody who's a liar, pretending.
Oh, that's very good. That's good.
Wow, there's so much. The story really got going today, didn't it? It was like dumba dumba
Yeah.
dumba. You know, we had a bit of lineages and things like that, but it was like,
Stop the recording.
oh, shall we? Yeah, we'll stop the
Yeah,
recording.
stop the recording. Yeah.
Okay.
Goodbye, anyone who might have been listening.
What's that? How did minute? Oh yeah. So where is the stop recording here? Okay. Pause. Stop. Oh, stop cloud recording. Stop.